T-Rex, the largest predator on this planet. Yet like all colossal creatures, this fearsome hunter had once been a hatchling. Today we will take a journey into the early years of a T-Rex's life, exploring the stages of its birth, growth, and the challenges it faced, before transforming into the fearsome predator it was destined to become. When T-Rex hatchlings were born, they were incredibly vulnerable. The tiny versions of these towering predators entered the world fragile and unprepared. Their first years were marked by constant danger, as they lacked the strength and skills to survive on their own. Protected by the shadows of their mothers, these young T-Rexes had a long way to go before becoming the terrifying hunters they were destined to be. Baby T-Rex did not grow up in packs. The lifestyle of the T-Rex required them to be solitary hunters, and this solitary nature persisted throughout their lives. However, in the early stages of life, there were moments when young T-Rexes would gather in small groups, perhaps under the watchful eyes of their mothers, to form temporary social bonds. While these social interactions often involved playful wrestling, they were also valuable learning experience, teaching the young dinosaurs lessons in strength, coordination, and survival. At first, young T-Rexes were not ready to hunt. They were still dependent on their mothers for food and protection. Early on, their survival relied heavily on the nurturing care of the adult T-Rex. As they grew, however, they started to develop the necessary instincts for self-preservation. These first years were crucial, as they prepared to face the many dangers of their world. The early attempts of a baby T-Rex to catch prey were often unsuccessful. Despite their fearsome teeth and powerful jaws, they were still physically immature. Their hunting skills had yet to develop, and they often failed to capture their quarry. They would tire quickly and were often outmatched by faster prey. These failures, however, were a vital part of their learning process. Each unsuccessful hunt taught them something new about the world they would one day dominate. Survival as a young T-Rex required more than just physical prowess. It also demanded cunning and awareness of the environment. Young T-Rexes had to learn to remain hidden from larger predators. By crouching low to the ground and blending into the foliage, they learned the importance of stealth and patience. These early lessons in evasion were crucial for survival, especially considering the dangerous world they inhabited. As they grew, the young T-Rex began to experiment more with hunting. They attempted to catch smaller prey, but still lacked the coordination and experience of an adult predator. They would often give chase but retreat when their prey outmaneuvered them. Their movements were still unrefined, and their stamina was not yet up to the task. Despite this, these hunts helped sharpen their skills and built the foundation for future success. During these formative years, young T-Rexes relied heavily on their mothers for protection. While they may have occasionally ventured off on their own, they were not yet capable of defending themselves against the larger predators that roamed their world. Their mothers would fiercely protect them from threats, ensuring that they had the time and space to grow stronger. These early years of care and protection were vital for the survival of the young T-Rex, allowing them to reach adulthood. As time passed, the young T-Rex grew stronger. Their muscles began to develop, and their hunting instincts sharpened. They were becoming faster and more coordinated, and their skills were slowly maturing. The moment came when they were no longer reliant on their mother for food. They began hunting on their own, testing their abilities and learning from each encounter. These were the years of transition where the T-Rex was no longer a helpless hatchling, but a growing predator in training. Eventually, the young T-Rex succeeded in its first solo hunt. The capture of its prey was a significant milestone, a sign that it had learned the critical skills necessary for survival. The young T-Rex's jaws were now powerful enough to snap through bone. Its speed and agility had improved, and its hunting tactics had become more refined. The once awkward, inexperienced hunter had become a capable predator in its own right. Yet even with this newfound prowess, the journey was far from over. As the T-Rex continued to grow, so too did its power. The early years of life had been a period of learning, exploration, and gradual transformation. From clumsy, dependent hatchling to a fearsome, independent hunter, the young T-Rex's journey was one of constant evolution. Each day they became stronger, faster, and more deadly, until eventually, they would take their place at the top of the food chain. From the moment they hatched, T-Rex's young had to contend with the harsh realities of life on Earth. Their early years were filled with challenges, but they were also a time of growth and development. Through failures, successes, and the guidance of their mothers, the young T-Rexes would eventually grow into the ultimate predators of their time. The T-Rex's early life was not just about survival, but about becoming one of the most formidable creatures ever to walk the earth. And so, the cycle continues. From tiny hatchlings to fearsome giants, the story of the T-Rex's young is one of nature's most awe-inspiring transformations, proof that even the mightiest predators begin as the smallest of creatures, struggling to survive in a world full of dangers. In the deep forests of the late Cretaceous, the most fearsome predator on Earth silently stalked its prey. T-Rex was not only famous for its massive size, but also for its unparalleled hunting abilities. Each step it took was an embodiment of power. Each movement, a potential death sentence for any creature unfortunate enough to cross its path. T-Rex's eyes were sharp and calculated. With its enormous size and exceptional vision, it could spot a moving target from over 100 meters away. For a predator like this, every glance is a decision, and every choice a deadly one. Patience is key to the T-Rex's hunting style. It moves quietly, hiding behind trees and foliage, calculating each step with precision. Its massive size belies its ability to sneak up on its prey, because even the largest predator must remain unseen until the moment is right. When the time comes, T-Rex doesn't hesitate. With its powerful legs, it can reach speeds of 40 kilometers per hour over short distances. In a flash, it becomes a blur of muscle and fury, leaving its prey with no time to react. T-Rex's jaws were a force to be reckoned with. Capable of generating over 12,000 pounds of pressure, its teeth were designed to tear through flesh and bone. When it bit down, the impact was immediate and irreversible. No creature could escape the grip of this predator. The attack is swift and brutal. Once T-Rex locks its jaws around its prey, it doesn't let go. Its bite is a lethal weapon, designed not just for holding but for crushing. Every strike is decisive, leaving no chance for the prey to escape. Despite their small size, T-Rex's arms were far from useless. While not capable of wielding weapons or grappling like other predators, its arms were used to grab and hold prey, securing its victim as its deadly jaws took their toll. T-Rex knew how to use every part of its body to its advantage. T-Rex wasn't the only predator roaming these ancient forests, but it was by far the most formidable. While other large carnivores like the Spinosaurus and Giganotosaurus posed threats, T-Rex's ability to dominate was unmatched. Its strength, speed, and tactical intelligence made it a force no other creature could easily challenge. Like all creatures, T-Rex's young learned from observation. As the mother executed her hunting techniques, her offspring observed, absorbing invaluable lessons. These early lessons in stalking, timing, and strategy were essential for shaping the next generation of apex predators. T-Rex wasn't just about brute force, it was about precision. It would carefully study its prey for weaknesses, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Whether it was a limping animal or one distracted by another threat, T-Rex knew that finding the right opportunity was the key to a successful hunt. The T-Rex's roar was not just an expression of dominance but a psychological weapon. Its thunderous bellow could send smaller prey fleeing in panic. The fear it evoked made its hunts easier, as animals often ran in the wrong direction, straight into its waiting jaws. T-Rex wasn't just an apex predator, it was a conqueror. When faced with other carnivores, it used its immense strength, intelligence, and experience to come out on top. A single strike from its mighty jaws could be enough to seal the fate of a would-be challenger. The true power of a T-Rex lay in its jaw muscles. With the ability to exert tremendous force, a single bite could crush bone and flesh alike. Its teeth, shaped like serrated knives, were perfect for slicing through tough meat and bone, ensuring a quick and efficient kill. T-Rex's perseverance was unmatched. When it had a wounded prey in its sights, there was no escape. The T-Rex would track its target relentlessly, moving in on it with patience and determination. For a predator of this size, time was an ally, and the injured were never allowed to recover. Finally, the moment of truth. With one last strike, T-Rex seals its victory. The prey is no more, and the predator stands victorious. This is the essence of survival in the prehistoric world, a predator like no other, at the peak of its evolutionary power. T-Rex was not just a hunter, It was a living testament to the raw power and skill of nature's design. From its deadly jaws to its ruthless hunting strategies, it was a creature built to rule its world, and for millions of years, it did just that.